your first blush thoughts on Super Bowl 60. We got them last week. You've had a week to think about it. What do you think about the upcoming game on Sunday, Mark?
Yeah, my opinion hasn't changed. I still think that Seattle probably over the last 6 weeks has probably played better football than any other team in the National Football League. I think the other thing that's really interesting for me is I think there's been a maturation process, and this happens for all players, but I think Sam Darnold has been great throughout the playoffs and toward the end of the season in just understanding how good that football team is, how good they run the ball, how good Smith-Njigba is, how good they are from a structural standpoint, from an integrity standpoint, from a balance standpoint on the offensive side of the ball, but also how good their defense is, and that a punt isn't a bad thing, or sometimes taking a sack isn't the worst thing that can happen. The only way you could truly lose a game right now with as good as they're playing is if you screw it up. And I think you've seen Sam Darnold in a day and age where, and this has been this way for a long time, Rich, but where people say, oh, you just got to manage the game, and people look at that like a scarlet letter. I think he's accepted that as a challenge and a way to do business. And Sam Darnold's like, I'm okay with that, man. I'm not egotistical enough to think that, hey, man, I got to be the reason we win a football game. And I remember going into Super Bowl 32, the Denver Broncos versus the Green Bay Packers, where Mike Shanahan literally told John Elway, hey, listen, man, if you want to win this game, and I'm sure you do, you're not going to be the MVP. That's not how we're going to go about winning this football game. The way we're going to win this football game is dominating the run game. Terrell Davis is going to have a great game. These are how we're going to do it. And, of course, John Elway was like, I don't give a rip. I've gone to 3 Super Bowls and, kind of drug teams to 3 Super Bowls, and we got shellacked in all 3 of them. So if you're telling me we can win the game and it doesn't have, I don't have to be the star, I'm all in. Yes, and I feel like that's kind of how Sam Darnold's approached these last 6 to 8 weeks of the season.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.